Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. There are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama here, a great sense of excitement and expectation. Certainly this is a very, very impressive venue, quite a sight to behold. A mouth-watering game this between two very high-quality sides, a treat for everybody here.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
The action has already started. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Robert Lewandowski. He's just about the perfect all-round striker, not least because he can finish equally well with both feet, Peter. It's not all about his finishing, though. He's always on the shoulder, looking for that ball in behind, and that prevents the opposition defence from getting too high or indeed getting too comfortable.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, one sloppy lapse like that can do a lot of damage, and it was triggered by the closing down.
Tries to get it forward quickly. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. He's left his man. Real chance! Goal! Well, you've got to say the odds on him missing from there were very slim.
Well, I think the keeper has every reason to rip into that defence for allowing him to get into such a good position.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over.
Eric Garcia. Plays it out to the wing. In with a header! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
For a throw-in. And the through ball is intercepted. He's got away. That's good defending, very good defending. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Chelsea seeking to maximise the moment.
Well, who knows, Peter? It may turn out to be a pivotal moment when we're reflecting back.
Good, strong hand by the keeper. Oh, smart save. He had plenty to do.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes. Goalkeeping at its very best.
Knocks it away. It's a brilliant interception. Chelsea are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Plays it out to the flank. Oh, the ball's come loose! Hoists it forward. Now a chance to break. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Pedro Neto. Oh, that's a fine challenge. And the first half is done. So there you have it, a close sport half of football. That one still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, they definitely won't be happy with that half. They seem to lack a bit of desire, especially going forward. It wouldn't surprise me to see a change or two.
Well, the action has already resumed here.
Chelsea need to get the balance right to sort this out. Ambition must be complemented by just the right amount of caution, and I think the more experienced players can oversee that.
Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Oh no, that's not the ball he wanted. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Crosses it in low. So it's going to be another corner. Up he gets!
Barcelona have made their intentions clear by leaving men up front.
Looking to play on the break.
Yeah, it's obvious that they're prepared to take a risk or two.
Lobs it in gently. Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. Pedro Neto. That'll be a throw. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this. Chelsea showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
Well, Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Barcelona very keen on the aerial route.
Look, if you're good at it and instructed to carry on doing it, then you find a way of making it work. And they are.
And it's Cancelo. Out again for a throw-in. João Cancelo. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Just brushed off the ball there. Ferran Torres is onto it and can take it up. It's a good run down the right. Where could this lead? He gets past his man. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Gets it back. The assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Chelsea are actually displaying tremendous fighting spirit. There's a real belief that they can still have a say.
That's a decent ball. No way through there.
Chelsea are definitely not going down without a scrap. Their attitude just can't be faulted.
Ferran Torres has a goal! Oh, and that should have been two.
He got too ahead of himself there, thinking how he could have made things safe. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Finds himself eased off the ball. Receives it in a good position. Tries to stroke it through.
Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue this situation, and it needs to be any time now, really.
It's a goal kick. And it's Rashford. Gets it back. Ferran Torres. João Cancelo. Looking to break out here. They seem to have... Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So it ends 1-0, an enthralling game and an agonisingly narrow defeat. Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. There are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama here, a great sense of excitement and expectation. This place simply a monument to the game. So much prestige, so much pride, so much passion whenever football is played here. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate.
Gets up to head it! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. That intervention was very necessary. Rice. Merino. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. It's a fine run and he's happy to keep going. ball's come loose and the chase is on. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both...
That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. It's gone for a throw-in. Towering header!
Hakimi.
Ball's loose. Who's getting there? And it's been given away. Fabian Ruiz. Going through. He's got the ball, he's got the space, and the finish! A wonderful effort, all by himself.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why. Merino.
Breaks on here. He's got options out wide. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. That's the throw. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. It's a brilliant interception. And he heaves it forward. Rice. Could be a chance here. Fabian Ruiz. Hakimi is charging up on the overlap. He's had a go! It's off target and by quite a way.
Do I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there?
Marquinhos gets it back. Play for a throw. Merino. No foul, says the referee. Hakimi. It's got through and... Well, that looks a foul. Yeah, referee's given it.
Well, he knows he has the ability to put this exactly where he wants. He'll always back himself.
Cut out in the nick of time. It's come loose. Well, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Rice tries to get it forward quickly. Saka. How about a shot? Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Fabian Ruiz. It's a loose ball. Referee's given a throw. We've reached half-time, so neither team has broken through, but certainly not going to want to try. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. And after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. So we're already into the second period. A tight old game so far. Can that change now? Saka. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Look, he's offering an apology to his teammate, who's clearly miffed at not being picked out despite making what looked like the right run.
Fabian Ruiz provides an outlet. Timely intervention. Hoists it forward. Merino. No, that's not the ball he wanted. Saka needed to come up with a better ball.
Yeah, I mean, I think he did well to spot the run. He just didn't get enough behind it. It happens.
Hakimi. Hakimi has come steaming up from the back for this. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Tries a shot! And yes, it's there! With time and space aplenty, he was never going to miss.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball, and it all came good.
A 1-0 lead established.
Oh, half-time has been a blessing for this team. You know, what a great start to the second half.
Lovely goal, perfect poise to set himself for the strike. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
Now it's Dembele. And he's has a goal! Oh, good delivery, almost the perfect outcome.
He had a good feel of the whole situation, and he's acknowledged the service.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Hits one! Hernandez plays it backwards, and they'll try again. Defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, they say that your front lads should be that first line of stopping the opposition, and I think he's taken it to another level with his desire to get back and help everyone out.
Well, there's no sign here of forwards working back. They are staying upfield.
They are, Peter, and it gives them a chance to break, but it's also causing an extra defensive presence to prevent that.
Shapes to shoot! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
And he's on a charge. What an adventurous run from a defender. Well read, he sorted that out. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. It's been intercepted. Oh, real danger here. Wigan very keen on the aerial route.
Look, if you're good at it and instructed to carry on doing it, then you find a way of making it work, and they are.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Chance! Tries to get it clear. The final 5 minutes.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Fabian Ruiz. He gets past his man, and he's there to cut it out.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Header! Oh, yes, it's there! And that has raised the roof! Great header, made it look easy.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
And shoots! The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. What a match, what a comeback. That is how to respond to adversity. Truly deserving winners. Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town and the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried thousands of away supporters here too, and all of it adds up to make a terrific, a crackling atmosphere. The match, I think, will be quite a spectacle. Certainly this is a very, very impressive venue, quite a sight to behold. Two high-profile, high-caliber teams. This is a welcome event for all these supporters.
Well, get ready for some high-grade football, Peter. Two strong teams, as you say, full of wonderful individual talent. And we have every right to anticipate some really entertaining football. As to whether we'll see a high-scoring contest, that's a little harder to predict. I'm not complaining, though, because there are good players everywhere you look around this surface, and that's a fine start in itself.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't think there's any doubt he's one of the best around, Peter. Probably one of the best ever.
Chance! Goal! Germany! You've got to say, the odds on him missing from there were very slim.
Yeah, and I think we may have had too many defenders ball watching then because they just lost sight of the real danger.
Portugal trail at this early stage. How will they respond? Bruno Fernandes. He's gone for it! He has done it! Portugal are level! Well, he was never going to miss from there. So much to aim at.
Well, he made it obvious as to where the pass should be played, Peter, and it made the finish look that bit easier.
Portugal grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
He gets past his man. Tries lifting it over. The defence can get it clear. Sane. Diogo Dalot. Ah, he's given it away. Oh, terrible pass. Forward it goes. Hoists it forward. Diogo Dalot. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes. Rudiger. Ruben Dias tries to get it forward quickly. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Gets the better of his man. Going to be a goal kick. be a throw. Kimmich. Oh, great ball! Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Sané! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. So, a very watchable game so far. Action at both ends and the team's level. It's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. We're promptly into the second 45 minutes.
Germany can feel really happy with themselves. The scoreline doesn't back it up, but they've played with urgency and purpose and can't afford to lose patience in this second half. They've got to persevere.
Bruno Fernandes. What an adventurous run from a defender. And the shot! Kimmich. And it's played forward. Tried to play it through.
Yeah, I mean, I think he did well to spot the run. He just didn't get enough behind it. It happens.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Tar. Rudiger. Tar.
Portugal have made their intentions clear by leaving men up front.
Looking to play on the break.
Yeah, it's obvious that they're prepared to take a risk or two.
It's got through, and that intervention was very necessary. Portugal have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution. Tries to get it clear. Ruben Dias. Ruben Neves. And it's Cancelo. João Cancelo needed to come up with a better ball.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Rudiger. Sané. Whipped in. Gets up to head it! Goal! Germany! And again they hit the front. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, I think that defence there thought they were in good position and they had him where they wanted, yet somehow he's worked the scoring position when it didn't see him on. It's really crafty business, that.
He's made it 2, and no doubt he's hungry for more. And Sané! Oh, great save, real class.
Sané sparked a tremendous stop there, and I think it's fair to add, he just wasn't expecting it.
Pedro Neto plotting from out on the right-hand side. Determined run, but equally determined piece of defending. Rudiger. Bernardo Silva. Pedro Neto. Guerrero. There will be a throw-in. Guerrero could try cutting inside here. Defending of the desperate variety.
Portugal are actually displaying tremendous fighting spirit. There's a real belief that they can still have a say.
Well played, he saw that coming. Tar. Kimmich. Well, that's a foul, free kick's been given. And it's Bernardo Silva. It has got through to him.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
It's on a plate.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
They need to get it in quick.
Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue this situation, and it needs to be any time now, really.
It is just a question of running down the clock now. Kimmich. And here's Sané. Sané looking to get on the end of this. Guerrero.
Well, they're supposed to be chasing a goal, and yet there's no urgency or sense of awareness. They've got to wake up.
Jalkant. And that's it. Germany come out on top. Hard fought, impossible to predict. In the end, though, only the result mattered. And after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, looking back on this,
Well, good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. There has been a clamour to get inside the ground tonight for a much anticipated game. The roads outside of the stadium have been bumper to bumper with traffic. The car parks are full. There is a torrent of humankind making its way from the nearby station, and we expect every seat to be filled. An atmosphere of great expectation and excitement. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world. And boy, does it add to the occasion. Two high-profile, high-caliber teams.
Mbappe! He's delivered all right! And what a great way to start the game, to spark the game. I mean, the captain has basically triggered a contest that should be even livelier than we anticipated. Get your seatbelts on. This could be rather exciting.
Even some of the opposing fans are clapping that. You just have to appreciate it.
You know what was notable in that, Peter, was the fact that he didn't try to blast it. He chose placement instead and delivered a peach.
France didn't expect this, that's for sure. What can they do? And the shot! It's a goal! They have come roaring back!
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
That has certainly... has a hit! Goal! France! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Dembele with the smoothest one-on-one finish. He is one very cool customer.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
France get themselves into the lead.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition looked complete.
Hits one! And in it goes!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
Well, he was never going to miss from there. So much to aim at. And that's... and the finish! Vinicius Junior. Madrid can't make any sort of inroad despite all this possession. Alaba. Oh, this is certainly not boring. What a great game we've got here. Out towards the flank. Lovely bit of skill. It's a loose ball. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Well, the ball's come loose, and the chase is on. It's a good run down the right. Where could this lead? Hernandez. Valverde. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Hernandez. Tries a shot! With the clearance. Valverde did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And now the breakaway. And here's Dembele. Hernandez. Mbappe. And we've reached half-time.
And it has been a pretty crazy game so far. Well played out in extraordinary fashion, and the scoreline underlines that.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided ample evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that the next one will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period.
Quite a half. More of the same, please. Score at the interval, 2-2. And the game has already resumed here.
France can feel really happy with themselves. The scoreline doesn't back it up, but they've played with urgency and purpose and can't afford to lose patience in this second half. They've got to persevere.
It's come loose. Vinicius Junior. Great run on the overlap here.
Well, I don't think it was the wisest option, Peter, once he got into that position. It's not as if he didn't have people nearby.
Mbappe. He could be in here. He's in, surely. Madrid are leaving men forward, threatening to break.
Well, if they're not putting the work in by getting back, they have to deliver with this tactic.
Hernandez. Good ball. 60 minutes played. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Rudiger goes looking. Brahim Diaz. There he goes, motoring forward. Caught offside that time. Tries to get it forward quickly. Hoists it forward. It's a goal kick. Alexander-Arnold. Mbappe. Look at the defender bombing forward. And he's there to cut it out. Mbappe, and he's on his way! Oh, shooting chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Mbappe really must have felt he had the measure of the keeper then, but how wrong he was.
Played it short. Too much on it and out of play. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Brahim Diaz. Alexander-Arnold. Mbappe. He's had a look. Mbappe. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. And it's Rabiot. Back to the keeper and go again.
France showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Mbappe. Forward it goes. Good idea, just poorly executed.
Madrid merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Brahim Diaz. Well, it's a corner. And it's hoisted clear.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Rabiot. Oh, well defended. That had to be done.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
And that's that. Well, no winner here, but an intriguing game. The result probably a fair reflection. It has finished all square. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of
Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. They are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama here, a great sense of excitement and expectation. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in... Kane with a shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
Forward it goes. Pavard. The ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Rice. Saka. And here's Kane. Goes for goal! And that's been won straight back. Just brushed off the ball there. Mbappe plays it back, looks to clip it, and a header! Oh, shame, that was nicely worked.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
England being made to look sloppy in possession here. Saka puts it into the middle. And that has been cleared. Out to the right. In again. And that's been levered clear. France have it back and they can go again. And it's played forward. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Goes long. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Peter, his body shape was a giveaway before he made the pass, and its obviousness was appreciated.
It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Mbappe! Crossed in. Gets up to head it! Good delivery. No joy.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases the chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
And here's Kane, cuts it out. Mbappe. That's the throw. Mbappe! Chills one in. It's a goal kick. Rice. Still, rather frustratingly, it is 0-0. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Rice. Rice. France are taking a simple, modern approach here.
Yeah, but I'm all for simplicity, Peter. If it works, it's good enough.
He's left his man. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Tries to get it forward quickly. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Mbappe. Receives it from behind. And he's whipped it in. Chance! Goal! France! There is the breakthrough! And the first 45 minutes are up. So there you have it, a close sport half of football. But still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Not the most convincing of displays. They could certainly do much better than this. They'll want to keep things simple, build up their confidence and not rush into mistakes.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
England don't need to press the panic button just yet. They may have to tweak their setup first. If they don't grab an early goal in this second half, they can't hold back though.
That intervention was very necessary. Hoists it forward. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Rice.
I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And it's Kane. A real chance if he can get through. Now can he finish? Pavard knocks it away.
France have made their intentions clear by leaving men up front.
Looking to play on the break.
Yeah, it's obvious that they're prepared to take a risk or two.
Rice. And it's the goalkeepers to claim. Mbappe. Going through. Good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Well, he was thinking about headlines, I'm sure, but he ought to focus more on breaking lines.
It's come loose. And it's played forward. He's played him through. He gets past his man. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch.
England showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
Well, Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Just has to be done.
ridiculous. That was easy, almost too easy.
It's almost criminal to see a defence fail to identify someone who thrives when it comes to shooting stats. They knew, and yet they didn't heed, and they've paid the price and deserve to.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. England grab the equaliser, and we're all square. Hits one! Goal! France! And they've got their lead back. That was a given. It always was.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball, and it all came good.
France go into the lead. Hernandez, he's picked him out. He's got away.
This is good ball retention, and it should be enough from here, but they want to double their advantage.
Henderson goes looking.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
Forward it goes. Brings it forward. Tries to get it forward quickly. Rabiot with a delicate ball.
France are clearly looking to kill this game off. It's keeping the ball away from the other end too.
Has a hit! And the lead stays intact, just.
Oh, that'll be a major disappointment for him. That should have got his team back in the game.
Forward it goes. Hoists it forward.
France can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
They are right into last chance territory. Henderson.
England have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
England desperately need a goal, and this could well be their last chance. And that's it. Super game. It might have tipped in either direction, tiny margins, but they just lost it. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
England definitely struggled to get going. That was sensible.
Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for... Whistle's gone, that's a foul. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways or this referee could soon change his status.
It's a goal kick. Goretzka, Gnabry. Goretzka. Well, try as they might, they just couldn't get into an attacking area. Gets the better of his man.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Loose ball, who's going to get that? Gnabry, deftly done. Has a pop! There it is! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement and certainty of outcome.
It's almost criminal to see a defence fail to identify someone who thrives when it comes to shooting stats. They knew, and yet they didn't heed, and they've paid the price and deserve to.
Well, that has certainly made things interesting. And it's got through. He's got away. Well, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. And it's Goretzka. Look at the defender bombing forward. Alisson is there to take. Salah. Van Dijk. And it's played forward. It's gone out for a throw-in. Goretzka, good challenge, he just stood firm. Referee's given a throw. Played into space out wide. Well, it really is one cross after another.
Well, with a target to hit, why not keep up the supply? It's simple and efficient because they all know what they're doing.
Goretzka. Gets away from his opponents. Oh, that's neat. Gone for a throw-in. Towering header! Hoists it forward. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Good ball, it's found its target. Goretzka. Now it's Gnabry. Right through the middle. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Forward it goes. Guerrero. He's made sure that that won't get through. And it's half-time here. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football. It still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, it hasn't exactly gone to plan so far, but there's no need to panic. There's still plenty of time to get back into this. As always, an early goal would help swing things back in their favour.
We're promptly into the second 45 minutes.
Liverpool don't need to press the panic button just yet. They may have to tweak their setup first if they don't grab an early goal in this second half. They can't hold back though.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Let down by a lack of accuracy. And it's Gnabry, well positioned to make that interception. Isak. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Well, there's no sign here of forwards working back. They are staying upfield.
They are, Peter, and it gives them a chance to break, but it's also causing an extra defensive presence to prevent that.
Little doubt, that is a foul. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
Nicely measured pass. And he's straight offside. Van Dijk. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
Van Dijk does well to read it and intercepts. Isak. And once more they can't get through. Played back in. Van Dijk gets into the right position to intercept. Isak.
Liverpool showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Just has to be done.
Well played, he saw that coming. And the through ball is intercepted. And he's cut it out. Has a pop! A real chance and a real let-off. Gets it back.
Liverpool are definitely not going down without a scrap. Their attitude just can't be faulted.
Gomez. Timely intervention.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And it's Kane. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. What an adventurous run from a defender.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Liverpool to make one last surge forward. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area.
It's just a silly one to give away at this stage of the game.
Very little time to go, and they have a free kick in a really promising area. And this an opportunity to pull level.
Liverpool have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
It's a loose ball.
Look, with time running out, they have to get the ball in the penalty box, and if it means a long punt, then so be it. They've got to give themselves a chance.
Help's available out wide. Oh, he's found him in space. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. And there goes the final whistle. One goal settled it. A tense and exciting game that just got away. Good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. There has been a clamour to get inside the ground tonight for a much anticipated game. The roads outside of the stadium have been bumper to bumper with traffic. The car parks are full. There is a torrent of humankind making its way from the nearby station, and we expect every seat to be filled. An atmosphere of great shapes to shoot! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
I actually like to see that in shots at goal when there's a noticeable effort to get over the ball and keep it down.
He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. Ruben Dias. And it's Stones. Valverde with a good steal, well played. Oh, he's in! That's good defending, very good defending. Forward it goes. He's got options out wide. And the shot! Goal! The breakthrough strike!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground, because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
Well, that has certainly made things interesting. Ruben Dias. Well, needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that. Valverde. Vinicius Junior. It's gone for a throw-in. And it's been taken straight back. Tried to play it through.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Now surely, going for goal!
Mbappe really was well marshalled there, because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Tries to get it forward quickly. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Hoists it forward. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Valverde. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Madrid are trailing here with the first half almost done. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Was too timid to make it through the defence. It'll be noted and improved upon, I'm sure.
Plays it back. Tries a shot! Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. He's pinged one through here. Real chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Managed to get it away. Vinicius Junior. That has put a stop to that. And that's sprayed out wide. A buccaneering run from the defender. Now the first 45 minutes are up. So there you have it, a close fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, they definitely won't be happy with that half. They seem to lack a bit of desire, especially going forward. It wouldn't surprise me to see a change or two.
And we're already... He's gone for it! Goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. The vision wonderful, the technique perfect.
Oh, it's lovely to see the art of disguise alive and well, but the keeper straight into no man's land.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Alexander-Arnold. It's a loose ball. Foden. That'll be a throw. Looking for space out wide. Has a shot! And more, and more, and more! And the lead is extended still further. He was so alert to the possibilities there. Great stuff.
Well, as they say, Peter, if you don't speculate, you won't accumulate. And we've just witnessed a player who was rewarded for his willingness to take a risk.
Hits one! And in it goes! It is no contest. It is a landslide. Just so calm under pressure.
Oh, this fella's as slippery as a Neil, the way he freed himself to score. I mean, for that defence, it was a case of, now you've got him, now you don't. Brilliant.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if you can snatch a goal. Mission accomplished.
Manchester tear their opponents apart once again. They are utterly ruthless.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Ball's loose, who's getting there? In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Manchester are taking a simple, modern approach here.
Yeah, but I'm all for simplicity, Peter. If it works, it's good enough.
Alexander-Arnold. Defending was strong and firm. Looks to clip it forward. He's through. Got a sight of goal. Hits one! And that has faded wide.
Yeah, they got away with it, but that was a defensive letdown to see him march through like that.
Oh, terrible mistake. Goes for goal! Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save.
Still a cracking effort. Really looked like a man on a mission the way he went through on goal.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Vinicius Junior. Well, there's no sign here of forwards working back. They are staying upfield.
They are, Peter, and it gives them a chance to break, but it's also causing an extra defensive presence to prevent that.
And through to the goalkeeper. Foden, already, of course, on the score sheet. That always looked inevitable. The defence dealt with that really well. Foden. The ball has crossed the line, and it's a throw. Gets into some space. Up he gets! He's scored! And still they continue with the onslaught.
Well, I wasn't expecting them to go this big, Peter, but they have been superb.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Out to the right, and help's available out wide. Battles to win it back. Quick, big chance! Oh, denied at the last. Oh, he has stuck it into his own net.
Well, that wasn't in the script, and you have to feel for him, Peter. It's ended in some embarrassment.
Fortuitous as it may have been, they all count one. Kovacic. Foden. Kovacic tries to stroke it through. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. Manchester with a chance here to increase their lead. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. He's gone for it! And he's spooned it over the bar. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Brahim Diaz. Bernardo Silva. Foden. Ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. And there goes the final whistle. Well, the scoreline doesn't tell the whole story. They were outclassed in every possible way. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
I thought it lived up to its billing, Peter. Very competitive, open and entertaining, and a little debating room as to whether the outcome was fair.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.